and let's get in this game. I called Optic Gaming to win it all. They better look good against Infused because they're not. If they don't look good against Infused, then they're not going to win it all.
Infused is a very, very experienced team coming into G2 here. You have some very veteran players on this team with Excellence, Jake, Biss, and Vintage. So, you know, this is a team you got to look out for. Infused can certainly give Optic a run for their money here. And let's jump on board with Nade Shot to kick this one off. It's going to be Yemen Hardpoint, and you see Nade Shot going to set his team up to get this Treehouse Brownside spawn right off the bat. I like this play out of Optic.
And Nade Shot moving in here. Scump's going to draw out a kill on Excellence. Nade Shot, shots fired, picks up a nice kill, takes out Excellence as well. Big Timer follows up with Jake here. And Optic Gaming going to take the hard point. Nade Shot's got to reload a clip there. He's got his buddy JCap to back him up. And now Nade Shot checking the flank here. However, they are going to lose the hard point. Excellence is able to pick up the kill there. So it's Infused that's making some points here early on, 9-4. So Infused at the hands of Excellence. We're going to switch on board with Infused. They're going to be able to hold this hard point down. Finally contested as Bissell's back there as well to pick up the kill. So Optic struggling to make moves in this first hard point. That is Infused taking care of business here in the first one.
Yeah, and you know, Optic's making the play where they're trying to give up a little bit of that early time on that hard point to maintain the spawn for the second hard point. And now you see that they've actually lost that spawn as well. So Infused looking very strong right off the bat. They got great map control to get a lot of time here on the Optic early on. You're going to see Optic's going to have a tough time breaking this setup. Infused, like I said, a very experienced team.
Yeah.
You cannot do that. You cannot make that play like they made early on that Optic did and then lose the spawns for the next hard point. But now you see they do manage to get a really nice break right there. So Optic does actually come back and do a great job of breaking that hard point. So now we're on board with Nade Shots, who's on this hard point inside the treehouse. Can he lock this down? That's all players down for Optic. Nade Shot lasts alive, so he's going to have to do some work. Missing a couple knives there, but he does manage to get it. And now you see that he does maintain control. That was a very crucial play by Nade Shot.
Oh my gosh, what was going on there? That back and forth, the combat knife finally came through there for Nade Shot as he's got 4 kills. Not able to make it 5 as he gets taken out. Infused is going to move into the hard point and take the lead here, 36-33. Very close game, 10 seconds left on the hard point. You're going to see the Optic squad start to rotate and get into that position here as we jump on board with JCap trying to help his team out. He's got Nade Shot and Scump right in front of him down low as these guys are trying to move up there, but it's actually going to be Vintage for Infused that's already on that hard point. So Infused doing a great job on rotations and picking up the hard point. Optic struggling to hold on to those positions.
Yep, and now you know you see Vintage. He is perceiving an Optic player coming around. It is going to be JCap. JCap takes down Vintage, and Optic doing a great job breaking that. 4 players now down for Infused. So Optic, their strength so far in this game has been breaking the hard point as opposed to setting up the spawns early. And now you see Infused coming right back, trying to pick up a couple kills. Nade Shot, however, picks up the 2-piece there in your kill feed, and Optic's going to rack up a lot of time.
JCap's got 6 kills here. I just blanked on him, and all of a sudden he just picks up 6. He's got all of his score streaks, make it 7 kills. JCap showing him why he is on the Optic team and has made a replacement here in the squad, just holding it down here, picking up some huge kills for his team. They've got 9 seconds left on the hard point. They do now command the lead 72-59 as they're going to get the rest of this time on the hard point. JCap going to abandon it early there so they can get to the next one and help the squad out. The score streaks will come in handy. Big Timer, Nade Shot, and JCap all working on some kind of score streak as JCap has 7 consecutive kills. Big Timer's in the hard point. We're going to jump on with him to see what he's able to do here. See somebody in his sights. It's 2 of them. Gets taken out, and now it is Infused that takes control of that hard point, but JCap has the War Machine, and he's going to throw some shots in there, allow Scump to take over that hard point, picks up another kill on Excellence, and almost turns on Vintage. And Optic Gaming finally firing up here and just taking care of business as they're holding down this hard point and working as a collective unit here. You can tell that the teamwork and communication is great. Finally, Bissell's able to break that for Infused, as now Infused is going to control the hard point here, try to get some points on the board. They are down 96-72.
Yeah, and you know, Optic is going to have to be very kind of aware of this next hard point because JCap does have his streaks, so I wouldn't be surprised if JCap uses the streaks to clear this next hard point. And here you go, the Hellstorm automatically coming down. I believe that is from JCap. So there goes his Hellstorm missile, but it is going to be Infused. You get early control of this hard point, and then Optic breaks it again. So Optic just breaking those hard points very, very well. They're being extremely effective with where they're placing themselves on the map to break those hard points. And look at Bissell playing a little sneaky role right now. He's about to get streaks, so now Bissell gets his streaks, but JCap comes in picking up 3 players, and Biss doesn't waste any time. This could actually get a lot of Optic players here. could be very bad for them, and it does actually pick up 2 Optic players. So now you're going to see with Infused with control of this hardpoint, this is a very close game, Quiz.
And now on board with JCap, who is definitely just playing out of, I mean, he's, what, 18 and 9, 2 caps, 4 defense. Nadeshot doing a great job running the objective as well for his squad with 3 caps, 3 defense. And now we are going to stay on board with him as he picks up another kill. Does have that War Machine, and he's very close to getting that Hellstorm back for his squad. Switching over to Nadeshot here. He's going to move behind enemy lines here. Picks up a nice kill, takes out Jake, picks up a 2-piece, knocks out Excellence. Finally, it's going to take 3 to stop Nadeshot as we switch on with Scump. Scump's holding down the hard point, picks up a great kill. And Optic Gaming starting to play great Call of Duty, but Infused coming back in here. Such a close game, 124 to 103. As Infused, let's jump back on with him. Bissell in the hard point here, trying to get some points. 40 seconds left on this one. Infused could take the lead here if they're able to hold down the hard point.
Oh yeah, I mean, great job right there by Optic, trying to just kind of cause a little bit of disturbance to Infused by racking up a little bit more time on this hard point. This is one of those hard points where you can get a lot of time if you get kind of some map control around the middle part of the map. And now you see Vintage already setting up for the next hard point, but they are getting time here as well. So Optic having a little bit of a tough time breaking this one, and finally they do. But look at Infused. They're all set up for this next treehouse spawn, and Optic is going to have to try and break this again. Last time this treehouse spawn came up, Optic did a great job breaking this hard point, but it's not too easy to break this one. So let's see what goes down. Here we go. Vintage inside the hard point for Infused. They're coming right back right now. 3 minutes and 45 seconds left to go. They're only down by 20 points, so still a very close game.
And Vintage picks up a nice headshot, taking out Nadeshot, switching on board with Jake. As Infused trying to come back into this, they are very close. Now only 12 points separates them from taking over the lead. 3 minutes, 25 seconds left on the clock. Jake takes out Big Timer. Nice kill by Infused here as Excellence is going to hold down the hard point for him. Infused very well set up on this with 30 seconds left. The whole squad taking care of business, and you got to wonder if Optic's able to break this. They've done a great job breaking some of the hard points.
Yeah, this is actually a very bad position for Optic Gaming at the moment. You know, they're having to break this hard point right now, and they only have about 10 seconds left. So there's only one player for Optic that's rotated already, and that's going to be a gunfight going down between Bissell and that player right now, and Bissell takes out JCap. So JCap was trying to get the early rotation for Optic, but he gets shut down. Now Infused has control of the next hard point again as they do now take the lead. This is a very bad position for Optic, and I don't think they have any streaks to take care of it as JCap used those earlier. He does have that War Machine, but that's not the best streak here for this top market spawn. So let's see what goes down. Infused with control.
And Big Timer here, we are on board with him. All of a sudden, Infused is the one that's turned this around, and they've got a pretty good lead here. Sizable lead as they've got both of these hard points that they've locked down for him. The previous one and now this one that they're holding down here in Market, and Big Timer's going to try to get in there and break it out. Vintage with a nice kill as we switch on board with Infused. Optic here letting this one slip out of their hands. 193 to 152, 2 minutes and 8 seconds left on the clock. And Infused continuing to dominate at both of these hard points. That's been the game changer for him.
Yeah, and Infused, you know, a lot of people in North America might not know who these guys are, but they are a very, very strong team. I mean, you have to actually really put them on the very exact same level as Optic Gaming, to be honest. I mean, you just don't get to see a lot of matchups, but all of these players on this team have won championships in the European scene. You know, Excellence, a long-time player, all the way back to Call of Duty 4. Jake as well, and Bissell, you know, has just kind of been one of those players that's been phenomenal in Black Ops 2. Vintage now 1 kill away from his streaks. Optic Gaming with control of this hard point. It's heavily contested at the moment. Vintage playing for those streaks, you can tell right now. He's trying to be very cautious, but he is going to have to try and break this hard point. Does pick up the Hellstorm right there. He's going for more blood, picking up another huge kill. That's almost going to give him, he has a, I believe that's an escort drone there, Fwiz. If he gets that, Optic is surely in a lot of trouble. Actually, they're in a lot of trouble right now. Infused, only needing about 10 more seconds on this hard point to secure this map 1 victory. Can they do it, Fwiz?
And there you have it. I mean, this is pretty well locked up here, 240 to 171. All of a sudden, I mean, Optic had the lead there, and then they never really put any more points on the board after that. That's pretty much it as the time points are adding up on the board. Time dwindles down 248 to 171. They're not going to be able to end it in this hard point. They'll have to get the rotation, but again, not enough time on the clock either way for Optic Gaming to win this one. So that's a tough start for the Optic squad. Down game number 1 here. Infused just came out swinging and did an amazing job here, especially in the second half of this game.
Yeah, now, you know, Optic's just trying to pick up some time and make the score not look so brutal, but Infused just ran away with it in about the last 4 minutes of the game. It was all Infused, and Vintage was just going off.
Those last 3 hard points is really where they capitalized, and Optic, which had done previously a really good job breaking up hard points, were not able to do it there. And there you have it. The final score will be 248. Yeah, look at the scoreboard real quick. Oh, not that. Let's see. Who do you think of a big one? I mean, JCap was doing well, but he kind of slowed down a little bit.
Vintage probably, you know, he was going off there near the end, and he was racking up a lot of defense. So I think Vintage is going to probably be your top scorer for the Infused side. And it was just really all him near the end of that map. And there you see, oh, actually, Biss.
Biss beat Beast. And Nadeshot going to lead for his squad there at 34 kills. So Bissell and Nadeshot, their respective leaders for each team as game number 1.